just wanted to do a quick video on how to apply your shadow scents and lip scents, just because there's a little bit different of an application technique that you'll use for both of them as opposed to makeup you're probably used to using. So today for my eyes, I'm going to use Pink Opal Shimmer and Amnesty. You can see those. And I'm also going to use Onyx. Can't see that. Onyx as my eyeliner. And then I'm going to use Garnet for my eyebrows just to fill them in just a little bit. And then on my lips, I'm going to use Precious Topaz. And on my cheeks, I'm going to use Pouty Pink. So let's get started. So I like to start with the darker color first. I just think it's a little bit easier, but it doesn't really matter if you start with the dark or the light color or however you guys choose to do it. But with the shadow scents, you only need a little tiny bit. You don't need very much at all. So as you can see, I'm going to start with the Amnesty. I'm just going to put a little dot right here, a couple little dots, and then I'm going to use my MAC brush and just start blending them in a little bit. I like to put the darker color in my crease, and I can't see myself in the mirror and in the camera, so I'm going to have to go back and forth a little. But I just put a little bit more on, as you can see, and just keep blending. That's probably the biggest thing, is you just want to start off with a little bit and then blend it in, because a little bit goes a long way for shadow scents. And so shadow scents is a cream to powder, so it starts off as a cream and then it will dry into a powder. But the nice thing about it is that it is smudge proof and waterproof. So if you're rubbing your eyes during the day like I always do, you won't be rubbing your color off. I like to do one eye at a time too, just so I can get one eye to look nice before I switch over to the other eye. But I think I'm good right now here. I also like to do one eye at a time so that I can blend them in, because they will dry. They don't dry super quick, but you just want to make sure that you get them all blended in before it dries. So now I'm just going to use a little bit, and for the lighter color I usually like to brush it on to a brush first and then put it on my eye, just because I find it a little bit easier. But I'm going to so you'll see I'm just putting this in on the inside of my eye. It kind of just brightens the inside of your eye up. I like to do the lighter color on the inside of my eye, and then you just kind of blend them together. Again, you don't need very much, so just a little will go a long way. I'm just going to put a little bit more. Some people like to do this the other way though, because they find that the darker color gets blended into the lighter color, and then the lighter color is not as visible. Again, that's kind of just your personal preference. You just want to make sure that you get them blended in before they dry. So I think that eye is good for right now. So I'm going to go back to, there it is, the Amnesty, and I'm going to do my other eye now. And the reason I love this stuff so much is that I actually find it to be way easier to blend and to do like smoky eyes than a lot of other eyeshadows that I've used in the past. I just feel like it sticks better, and that I don't have to worry about, if I rub my eye, I'm going to mess up all of my smoky eye. And I find it easier to blend the colors together without them just turning into a big black blob or dark blob. With a lot of my other colors, I found that was an issue, that they kind of all blended in together. But I haven't had that issue with these. And you can layer them really nicely. I also like them more because they blend into each other a little bit easier because they do layer. So, you can put one color down, let it dry, and then you can put another color either on top of it, or if you don't want to blend it in as much. And then I think just to get a little bit darker, make them just a little bit more dramatic, which I like for like when I go out, or I like this because I can put this on to go to work, and then if I want to go out at night, I can just tap on just a teeny tiny bit of onyx and rub it in, and it will give me just a little bit more dramatic look. And again, this is nice because you can start small and just kind of blend it in and see what you like and what you don't like. Actually, just recently, since I started using Shadow Sense, I have gone for a little bit more dramatic looks than I have in the past, just because I could never get them right with the other eyeshadows. So you can see, I think I put a little bit more than I needed to on this eye. But if you just keep blending, it will blend in. And then, just because on this eye I put a little bit more than I needed to, I'm just going to go over it with the purple. There we go. And then as a highlighter, I am going to use Whisper Pink. And another thing that I'm waiting on a new color, but I know some girls use their highlighters also as concealers, and so they will use a Shadow Sense color under their eyes as a concealer, or they'll use it as a highlighter on their cheeks. I haven't gotten any of those in yet, but I have one ordered that a couple other girls I know have been using as their concealer. And again, it's nice because it doesn't, you don't have to worry about it smearing or coming off or anything, because they're all smear proof, waterproof, life proof, I like to say. But they will just wash off when you wash your face at night, so you don't have to worry they're not going to ever come off. And then I like the versatility of it, so now I'm going to go back and use my Onyx as my eyeliner. That's also one of the nice things I was saying. Everything's so versatile. The Shadow Sense you can use for so many different things. You can use it as a concealer, you can use it as eyeliner, you can use it as eyeshadow, you can use it as a highlighter, you can use it to fill in your eyebrows. I have dark eyebrows, so I don't fill them in too often, but every once in a while when I want just a little bit more dramatic look, I will fill them in with Garnet, and I'll show you that in just a second. But you just take a little angled brush and kind of go across, try try to get as close as you can to your eyelids, or not to your eyelashes. And then if you want, I like a little wing if I'm going out. Otherwise, you can just stop. So now I will do, oops, I think I got a little too much on. So these tubes this size will, if you use them every single day, they will last you about 8 to 9 months. If you don't use them every day, they will last you forever. So that's the nice thing about getting a couple colors, is that, you know, if you get a couple colors, they will last you for a really long time. Ooh, you guys are sleeping. Okay, so I just finished all of my eyeshadow, and now I'm going to use my mascara. And I have not tried the Senegence eyeshadow or mascara. I like a more mascara-y look. I like it to look like I have mascara on and make my eyelashes look really big. But I know some people prefer a more natural look, and if you prefer that, I've heard that the Senegence mascara is really good for that. I like to use the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. It's absolutely wonderful. It really makes your eyelashes look big. A couple of times I've gotten asked if I had fake eyelashes on. I'm like, no, I just have my mascara on. Actually, I think, so you can also, I forgot about this, if you don't like a full-on eyeliner on the bottom, I know for me sometimes I feel like it's just like too much on my eyes and too bold, and sometimes it can make my eyes look a little small. So I like to actually use the Shadow Sense then also as an eyeliner on the under part of my eye. And I usually mix whatever two colors I used on the top of my eyes. I use them as a liner on the bottom. So I'm going to start with the Amnesty. I'm going to only go like about a fourth or a little over that of the way under my eyes. And it just gives you a little bit, you know, a little bit of color under there, but nothing too bold. And I don't feel like it makes my eyes look too small. So I went about a little over a fourth of the way with the darker color. And then, let me just wipe this off quick. And then I'm going to use the Pink Opal Shimmer on to go a little bit further. This way it kind of matches what's on the top of my eyes, but it's not too dark, but it still gives you, a little bit of color down there, and a little bit of definition to your eyes on the bottom if that's what you like. Oops, just poked myself in the eye. So now I think I'm done with my eyes. And I will just show you what it looks like with the Garnet on my eyebrows. Again, it's a little hard to see because I have dark eyebrows, so I don't actually do this too often, but my sister has done it a couple times, and she has really, really thin, light eyebrows, and so this allows her to give her like a natural look, but still give her some eyebrows since she doesn't have very much. So I like to kind of just line the bottom and then just do a couple little wisps in there, and then I just use my finger and kind of blend it in. Again, it's kind of hard to see on the video, and because of my eyes, because my eyebrows are so dark, but it's a pretty natural look. And I know a lot of people that use the garnet because it's a pretty natural color for a lot of people. So they really like it. And I mean, you can go a little bit bolder. Like I said, mine are so dark that it's hard to see on mine. But you can go bolder if you want to. And then, so now I'm going to do my blush. And the nice thing about this stuff is also, the Pink Posy blush stones is also the cream to powder. So I just use my fingers actually. You can use a brush if you want to, but you don't have to. Oops, I'm almost out. But again, you just need a little bit. So I just put a little on my finger, then just dabbed it on my cheek and just kind of blend it in. Sometimes I'll use a little bit of a, sometimes I'll use a brush, sometimes I won't. It all kind of depends how I'm feeling that day. I'm almost out of this. I'm gonna have to order more. Oops. So again, just a little tiny bit will cover your whole cheek. So again, just tap it on, and then I just blend it in with my fingers. You can use a brush if you'd like to. Pink Posy is a pretty subtle color. We have a couple more colors that are a little bit more red. My cheeks tend to get red though, which is why I choose not to use the bolder colors, but you can if you want. And actually, that's another thing. Some people use Shadow Sense as their blush as well. So if you buy the Shadow Sense, you can use it as blush, you can use it as eyeshadow, eyeliner, concealer, highlighter. You know, there's a lot of options that you can use it for, so it's not just eyeshadow, like if you were to buy the palettes of eyeshadow. And then finally, I'm going to do my lips. So I'm going to use, I don't know if I should go closer or farther. It's kind of hard to see. So, nope, not really. But it's called Precious Topaz, and it's one of my favorite colors. I use it on a regular basis. I wear it to work almost every day. And it's just a natural, pretty natural color. It has a little bit of sparkle to it, but nothing too bold or too out there if you're not someone who wants big colors. So first you're going to clean your lips. You need to make sure that there's nothing on them before you put the lip sense on, or it will come off. So I usually just use a tissue or a towel. I can't move my towel because my camera will fall, and just wipe them off quick. And just make sure that they're clean. There's no makeup on them from when you were putting all your foundation on. And then dry them off. So again, you can use just a tissue or a towel. So the shadow sand, or the lip sense, will last you pretty much all day. I know I had a little bit of an issue with this at first, and I found that it wasn't lasting all day, and I found out it was actually because I wasn't drinking enough water. My lips were just soaking everything in because they were so dehydrated. So once I started drinking enough water though, it lasts me all day long. Like yesterday I put it on at 7 a.m., left the house, ate breakfast, ate lunch, ate dinner, had a couple snacks, finally got home at 11 o'clock and it was still on and I had to take it off. before I went to bed. So that's the wonderful thing about this stuff, is that it will last you all day long. It doesn't come off when you eat or drink. So it's wonderful. So I'm gonna put it on now. Before you put it on, you need to clean your lips, and then you need to dry them off. And you need to dry your waterline, which is this part of your lip right here. You need to dry that off because everything needs to be dry and clean when you put it on. Otherwise, the color won't adhere to your lips, so it molecularly bonds to your lips, and that's what keeps it on all day. So they need to be clean and dry and have nothing on them. So, oh yeah, and then you'll put them on in 3 separate layers. And once you start putting them on, you can't touch your lips together. So that's why I'm trying to explain it before I do it. And then you'll put 1 layer on, and you only want to go in one direction. So if you start here, you'll put this layer on, you'll let it dry for 3 to 5 seconds. And then you'll put your next layer on, same thing, let it dry, 3rd layer on, let it dry. And then you will follow it up by putting either some type of gloss on, either the glossy gloss or the pearl gloss. There's a whole bunch of different types of glosses you can use. I like the glossy gloss the best. It's just a simple gloss, no color to it. Doesn't affect the color of the lips, the lip sense. So I'm going to start now. So I'm going to dry my waterline. I like to hollow my lip down too, just to make sure I get it all. And then also the one on top too. Make sure they're just really dry. Shake your color up. It's a little warm in this bathroom. And then you want to wipe off the tip so that there's it'll look like there's nothing on it, but there's still color on it. So wipe it off. Like you can see, it looks like there's nothing really on it. And then you will start in one side and you'll just go across. I'm gonna go back and do the waterline. And then I put just a little bit more on, wipe it off again, and then do your top lip. Let it dry. Ooh. And then I'm going to go back and do the bottom lip again. The waterline. And then your upper waterline. Let it dry. Some people let it dry a little bit longer just to make sure. It's up to you. Upper waterline. Let it dry. It'll get kind of tacky, so you can tell when it's dry. And then you don't want to rub them together before you put the gloss on. So now I'm putting the glossy gloss on. Make sure I cover it up really well. Make sure you get the corners. Sometimes those will stick together. And I'm done. And actually you can see that none of the color came off when I put it over my lips. So that's how quick it dries. That there's nothing. I've been using this since November and there's no color on this little wand or in the container. And that's pretty much it. And you can see, so the glossy gloss will dry matte, so it won't be super shiny all day long. You'll want to reapply it before you eat, or if you're like having drinks, you'll want to reapply it before then, because the gloss is actually what protects the color from coming off. So the color bonds to your skin or to your lips, and then the gloss like kind of just protects it to make sure that it doesn't come off. So if you're going to be eating or drinking, just put some on real quick before you eat or drink, and your color will be fine while you're eating. And if you drink like coffee during the day, again, if you know you're gonna have a cup of coffee, like just put some on, so that it doesn't come off. Also too, I know I started drinking a lot of my drinks through straws, just because I thought it helped protect the color just a little bit more than if you're sipping on something all day long. So as you can see, so the glass is gonna smear a little bit, just because it needs to soak into your skin, but the color doesn't smear, which is pretty cool. So the color won't actually come off. I know sometimes when I used to perform, we would put lipstick on and then we would stick our finger and pull it out, and we'd have like a ring of lipstick around, and that doesn't happen anymore. We used to do that to make sure it didn't get on our teeth when we were performing, but now that doesn't happen. So this is really, really cool to be able to, you know, go out for lunch with work and not have to worry about having a lipstick ring on your cup, or you know, whatever you're doing, or worrying about smearing your lips. I touch my face a lot when I'm at work, just from sitting at a desk. I sit like this a lot, and I don't have to worry about smearing my lipstick or my eyeshadow. So I think that's all I have for today. I just wanted to do a quick makeup application for you guys so that you can see how it goes on, how it comes off. Oh, actually, so for the lip sense, to take it off, I'm not going to show you guys, I'm not going to take it off right now, but what you'll do is you'll use the Oops Remover, you can see, and it's just like the shadow since my cover came off, but it's just like the lip sense. You will just put a couple layers on your lips and let it sit for probably 3 to 5 minutes. I usually put mine on when I'm starting to get ready for bed. I'll put this on first and like take my eye makeup off, and kind of just as I'm getting ready, I put it on right away, and let it sit on your lips, and it'll start to break down the color. And then you can just take like a warm washcloth with a little bit of warm water on it, and you can just wipe the color right off. So because it stays on, you have to get the Oops Remover to go with it, otherwise you won't be able to get the color off of your lips. So I'm trying to think if I had anything else. I think that's it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to message me on Facebook or text me. I'm always open to answering questions and helping you guys figure out what colors you like. And if you have any other questions or want to order anything, just let me know.